week we're in Murchison Station, which is right next to Kelbarry, Murchison House Station. Come here on a holiday with my family and another family, so I'm not really doing much filming this trip, but I've managed to sneak away for about an hour and share my experience on navigation. When I was about 19, 20, that's when I got into navigation. And it all started off with Aussie Explorer. Oh, hang on. Got a bit of a dry riverbed crossing. Let's put it in low. So Aussie Explorer, in my opinion, is the best navigation, but it's very manual. Hema Navigator set up in the car here, so we can get a good idea on how that works. It's great. The only downside is the screen is so bloody small. Every time you want to look at something, you've got to stop your car and have a look at it. And it's quite impossible to use it properly while you're driving. So they're great, but I've got something else I'm going to show you. Now it's an iPad app, and it's called, get ready for this, Motion X. So the reason for this is that Motion X maps, you can download satellite imagery. Now, I'm sure everyone's done it. Before you go on a trip, you go on Google Maps at home. You look at where you're going and you're using satellite maps, and you're looking at the tracks, and you go, oh yeah, we can drive through there. You get to the coast, you see a little bay and you see a little clearing. Oh, that looks like a good camping spot. The challenge is, none of these Hema Navigators, you can't download satellite map imagery or anything like that. So you're just working with maps. But Motion X, the iPad app, you can download satellite imagery. Just the way you look at it on Google Maps, it's not one big image and you've got to zoom in and it looks all pixelated. This downloads tiles, image tiles. Now, I don't know about you, but that gets me excited. I feel like a little boy wetting himself. Better change my undies. So, this is what I want to show you on this trip. I want to show you Motion X and the power of using satellite imagery when you're out in the bush. So with Motion X, before you go on a trip, you need to select the areas. You need to select the areas of where you're going to travel for the whole trip, and you download the map tiles. Now Motion X isn't just satellite images. It's also got terrain tracks, terrain maps, all different sorts. So you can download that before you go as well. Because if you've got telephone signal wherever you're going, you don't need to download it, you just go off the fly. But the good thing about Motion X is you can download the satellite maps and use them offline. The good thing about Motion X is it's on an iPad, so anything you're running on an iPad, is going to be very user friendly. So you can see here, you go to setup, and then you go over here, you've got your map downloads. So you simply click on map downloads, and you go up here to, to download new maps. Click on that, click the satellite. So here you drag out your routes or your radius of what map you want to download, and then up top here you can choose, you select your download, your zoom range. So as you can see, I've left tracks where I've travelled for the last couple of days. So we'll zoom right out. The red lines are obviously the tracks. You can customise all that. Make the tracks blue, pink, whatever. I can't even see. I'm trying to bloody look at this Hema Navigator while I'm driving, and I can't even read the bastard. Is the screens, they're not capacitive touch. You have to push down to actually get it to read it. We were following a track and then it petered out, so we're taking the river upstream. Press this button multiple times and it just toggles between. So you press it once and it locks on your position, press it twice, heading up. How good is that? You don't have to go into a menu and press all these buttons just to get heading facing up. So you turns the whole map. You turn it again, you press it again, and it's wherever the iPad's facing, so it's using the compass in the iPad. Another important feature of Motion X, if you're going out with a convoy, a couple of cars, just one car, there's one feature with Motion X that you can actually see where other Motion X users are located. Simple as that. So on the screen itself, you'll literally see where the other vehicle is tracking. So it works for multiple. If you've got 20 people, you can see where those other 20 cars are on your map. Now I can't show you now because I've got no one else with me. Now the other important thing to that is you need phone signal to see the other person, because it doesn't just use a GPS. I mean, it uses GPS to see your location, other people's locations, but it uses the phone towers to send that information up to the internet. It sends it all back to all the other users. So if you look at this, you go menu, your auto live updates up the top here. It's quite simple to set up, really. So you can see here, there are your settings. So you want to broadcast your position, update interval every 30 seconds. I just leave it on every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, it's sending everyone else the location on where you are at that particular time. Then here it explains itself, show friends within radius, 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers. I just leave it on 20 kilometers. Or everyone, and that's just to show position updates within last 15 minutes, 1 hour, 12 hours or 24 hours. So if you lose signal, if you lose phone signal, it's going to show that position from your friends in the last 15 minutes. Now down here, that's the important thing. Everyone sets their channel according to this here. So I've set it to 57001. So whoever is on that number is going to be broadcasted. So if someone is using Motion X, let's say in America right now, they've got their channel set to here. I go back to the map, you're going to see them on the map. It's that simple. So you can imagine the benefits of that. Out in the bush, you're not going to have phone signal, so it's not really going to work. But you know, if you're going in a convoy, you're traveling down south, up north, you're on the road, you know, most places you got phone signal these days with Telstra. But you can see where everyone is. If someone takes off early in the morning, you know, takes off before you do, and you meet them at a certain town, you know where they are. You can track them. All for around $4. $4 app. So there you go. I'm coming back to camp now. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't. I had a lot on my mind trying to control all these devices, but I hope you got enough information out of that. $4. You can't go wrong. Use it. It's so simple. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you out there.